Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So I decided to do this video super last minute. I've just been thinking a lot lately about like my new Etsy sellers and then the people that think my shop is not growing. Maybe they've been doing it for a couple years and it's still not going anywhere, and they're wondering, will this ever be a full-time thing? Like, will I ever get consistent sales? Will I ever be able to quit my full-time job? And I will tell you guys, it can be done. It can be done no matter how long you've been doing this for. You can always improve and you can always make it successful. And it's funny because when I think back to my very first year on Etsy, I wasn't doing that. I mean, it wasn't that great because first of all, if you guys know my story, you might know I quit my full-time job. I had my oldest daughter in kindergarten. She was starting kindergarten. And then I also got pregnant with my youngest daughter. So it was a lot at once, a lot of life changes right at once to start. And then I had started building my shop up, and then bam, I had my daughter preterm several months earlier than we expected. And so that kind of put a halt. It put a stop in my plans. I had to shut my shop down for several months in the middle of my first year to be a mom and focus on what was going on in my life. So that kind of within itself was crazy. That whole year was crazy. So my shop did not do like the best that I had hoped it would have done in the first year. So life gets in the way sometimes, you guys, and that's okay. It does not mean, like I said, that you have to give up. You can just roll with the punches, and that's how you grow, right? You learn something new and figure out how to fix it and how to keep rolling and keep growing and keep developing within your shop. So let's go ahead and take a look back at my first year and kind of see how it went, how many items I had for sale, and what I made each month, and how it led up to being what it is today. So if you guys don't know who I am and this is your first time watching this video, well, hello and welcome to my channel, and thank you so much for being here. I have been selling on Etsy since 2016 and it is now 2021. And like I said, started off slow, and now I have been able to implement new things each year and grow and develop and make this a full-time thing for myself and make this my an income that I never thought I would be able to make doing this full-time. I also have a standalone website where I bring in sales, and so I'm very happy with the way things have gone. So I want to be able to encourage you guys and let you guys know that just because it's starting off slow or it's not where you want it to be, you can do this and you can make it work. If you are passionate in your hobby or your craft and you want to be able to take it to the next level, don't give up. Just keep trying and know that anything can be done as long as you have your heart set at it and your goals set at it and you work hard. You can make anything happen. So let's go ahead and get on into this video. That's enough rambling for the beginning, and let's go ahead and look back at how my first year on Etsy went. Okay, so I just pulled everything up. I'm looking at April 2016 is when I first launched, and that first month I made $130. So I know it's not amazing, but to me, I was happy. Like, it was my first month and I did no marketing or anything. I just put the listings on there and waited, and then sales started trickling in. So that is what I profited, or what I made on Etsy the first month. Going into the second month, which was May 2016, I made $344.50. So it definitely went up a little bit, which I was happy about. And then June 2016, I made $274.50. So it went down just a little bit, but like I said, you guys, the whole small business world, money goes up and down, up and down. It's never a consistent growth up, or never, you know, you don't know what you're going to make each month.
I realize here that I forgot to put July. So in July, I made $341.
Next was August, and it jumped from $341 up to $591.50. So I was like, this is awesome. It is getting into wedding season. I was starting to make sales and get like a good rhythm going. I was like, I want to make $1,000 a month. That would be my first goal. That was my goal then. And then bam, at the end of August, I started feeling like something wasn't right, you know, with my pregnancy. I was 32 weeks and I knew that something didn't feel right. And so sales obviously went down because I had to deactivate some listings, but I still had orders to fulfill. So in the beginning, or so September in total, I made $147.50 because I shut my shop down. That is when my daughter was born, and that is when sales stopped. So I had to fill those orders. So that's why I had $147. So October was zero because I didn't take any orders. November was nothing. And then December at the end, I decided to open my shop back up again. So I had made $281 in December 2016. And like I said, life was so hectic that I didn't really care. I wasn't putting a lot into anything. I was just had a couple items up and I was just fulfilling the orders. I was not trying to grow during that time because, like I said, life was crazy. So January 2017, $174.50 is all I made. And then February, I started kicking it up a little bit. Valentine's Day, I started working a little bit harder and I made $460.50 that month. And then March 2017, which was the end, bringing it up to the end of the whole first year, I made $729.50.
March is not the end of the year, Sallie. April 2017 was the end of that year for me, and I made $972.40. So I almost hit my goal of $1,000 per month, and the total revenue for the year was about $4,500.
So that is what I made the whole first year on Etsy. In a year, that's not a lot of money. That was not very great. But like I said, given the circumstances of my life during that time, it's just how it went. Okay, so let's take a look at how many items I had for sale that year. So I had
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
So I only was, at least from what I can see, I only had 13 items that whole year, you guys. That's all I was selling, and I was doing, I was making money, but it wasn't a lot. But just think, if I would have like put many more items that year, much better it could have been, which is what I did moving on into the next year. Okay, so my battery died. Hopefully I'm in the same spot. Okay, so that is what I made in total the first year on Etsy. So after my very first year, that is when I really tried to improve something new that next year. And so I ended up, what is the word for 5 times? So is that a word, quintupled? I quintupled my income. That doesn't sound right. I guess it is. I've never heard that before. I've heard of quintuplets, but I've never heard of quintupling your income. But anyways, 2017, the rest of that year and on into 2018, I quintupled that $3,500 and quintupled it. I keep saying that word, sorry you guys. But I made more money that next year. And like I said, still not enough to live off of, but I was happy that it was growing, right? It was still getting better. The next year did even better. And I'm not gonna really get into what I'm making now or any of that because it's really not necessary to talk about now. Maybe like in the future we'll look back if it continues to keep growing. But like I said, you guys, like it kept growing and I kept doing better. And I want to tell you guys that you can do the same. I want to motivate you guys. I wanted y'all to look back and see that like Sallie did not start off making $100,000 a year on Etsy her first year. It just didn't happen. I did not do that well. And it just goes to show that even though you start off slow, it does not mean that you're not going to make this an awesome, incredible experience for yourself and you're not going to change your life. You can do it. You can do it. I promise you guys. But I know that things can get in the way for people. Like maybe you're watching this video to see if Etsy is something that you can do or if it can even change your life or if you can even make this happen. And I will tell you guys, like I've had my bumps in the road and I've had times where I was like, this is not enough to live off of. I may as well go back to work. I've had plenty of moments like that. But you know what I did? Every single time that I hit a roadblock, I would take a breather, take the weekend off. Just relax and think about it and be like, how can I make this better? What can I do next to improve? Whether it be you need to be more consistent, you need to upload more items. Maybe you only have like 5 items for sale. You don't need to be doing that. Put 100 items in your shop. There's more chances for sales. Maybe you need to do better at social media. Maybe you need to put yourself out there or sell on multiple platforms to get your business to Etsy. Maybe you need to make your photos better. Maybe it's your description, your tags, your titles, your keywords. There's so many variables, you guys. And I will tell you guys, each year I've, like I said, fixed something that I was doing not that good before, and it helped. So your income can continue to climb and continue to grow. But I just wanted to encourage you guys today. And like I said, I know that was a little personal. It's like what I'm profited and what I made that first year, but I want to be real with y'all. Y'all know that I like to keep it super real on this channel, and if I can help even one person, then it was totally worth it for me. And this experience has been so incredible. Like, my selling journey and my small business journey has been like such a dream for me. Like, it has made me so happy. I know there's been so many hurdles and so many things that like have gotten in the way through these past few years, and like I said, times I wanted to give up and just walk away, but I didn't. And if you guys do, like, if you're at the point where you do want to walk away because you're like not at the point you want to be, just don't give up. And I know, like I said, I know that there are times like you might financially not be able to, or mentally, maybe it's taking a toll on your mental state. Just take a step back and realize maybe it wasn't in the cards. Maybe selling on Etsy wasn't in the cards for you. But if you want to make this work, if you truly want to do this, okay, if you want to go sell on Etsy and have your own website and do all the things, make it happen. What I'm basically trying to say is that even though life gets in the way and like things happen that are beyond your control, if you're meant to do this, then you can find a way to make it happen. And I just want to encourage you guys today that if this is what you want and this is your goal and this is your dream, to be able to have an Etsy shop or start your own business or have your own website or whatever your goals may be, you can take this lesson is just don't give up. And like I said, if you have to take a step back and go figure it out for a little while, just keep that goal in your mind and work to make it happen, and you will accomplish your dreams. You just have to work super hard, and you can make it happen, you guys. You can totally do it. And I believe in you. If nobody else believes in you, or if you have nobody on your back, reach out to me because I'll be here for you. So anyways, that was a lot of rambling, and I hope that I made sense during this video, and hopefully it was not like completely a waste of time. But I just wanted to, like I said, encourage you guys today. I was feeling it this morning. I was like, I just want to show them like where I started and how it's developed and grown to what it is today. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it or get something out of it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you in this wonderful community that we have here. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.